Good morning, my dear students. So in today's class, in the chapter Waves and Sound, we are going to discuss about the numerical sound propagation of sound wave through different mediums. So as if you can recollect in the previous class, so we had a discussion about the wave propagates. So we characterized the sound wave propagation by compression and rarefactions. Then again, we brought expression for speed of sound wave. Then as the wave propagates, as the sound wave propagates in different medium, then energy intensity. Today, we are just going to take help of other cases. If the temperature varies, if the density varies, then if they give some information about the phase, all that related numericals is what we are going to discuss in today's topic. Okay, let me take you to the screen. Yeah. So we have here an uniform cylinder of length 1 meter. Okay, this is cylinder. Contains a mixture of three gases, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon. So this cylinder. This is cylinder. Hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. The ratio of moles be 1:1:3. Find the time taken by the signal to travel across the length of cylinder. If the temperature of mixture inside the cylinder varies linearly from T1 to T2. So this is the cylinder. So what is the type of medium? It's a gaseous medium. So the sound wave is going to propagate through it, where it's like a mixture of gases is present. At the same time, the temperature varies linearly. There's a condition he has given. So he's asking us to get the time of propagation or the propagation time, how much of time the wave will take to traverse the length of the cylinder. Okay, I think that this much is what the question that is asked for us. Okay, now first of all, their moles, number of moles. So in let and what about this? These are like shall I say diatomic gases? Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Okay, then there's a linear polyatomic will become similar to that of diatomic gas only. So let the number of moles, let it be 1:1:3 is given. So N1 equal to N, N2 equal to N, and N3 equal to 3N, I'll write it. Then what is the speed of sound? We know there's a formula. If you can recollect, V equal to gamma RT by M, where M, capital M is the molecular mass. Then we need gamma of a mixture and the molecular mass of a mixture. If you know this, then we can further proceed. So how to get a gamma? For that, we should know CV of a mixture. This one, so what is CV? It's a that of mixture here. Specific heat of gas at constant volume. So what you should call CV? Specific heat of gas at constant volume. So that should be equal to N1 CV1, N2 CV2, N3 CV3 by N1 plus N2 N3. So number of moles, let it be N. Hydrogen, diatomic gas, fire by 2, N2N, CV2, diatomic gas, fire by 2, 3N, okay, fire by 2. Number of moles 1:1:3. So solving this, I'll get the CV of a mixture. This is, so what we got is like a CV of a mixture. Okay, after getting this, what we do is okay, this will substitute in the this one. So what is this? Like a Cp minus Cv equal to from Mayer's equation, thermodynamic Cp minus Cv equal to R. So Cp equal to Cv plus R. Then, so what is Cv of a mixture? 5R by 2. Solving this, we'll get the 7R by 2. Then the adiabatic exponent of gas. So what is gamma? Gamma, we are going to call it as adiabatic exponent of mixture. It is. So what is gamma Cp by Cv? Do we know Cp of a mixture is? Do we know Cv? So I'll get the gamma. Then similarly, I should calculate I got the gamma. Similarly, I want the molecular mass of the mixture. So for that, N1, M1 plus M2, M2, this one. So N1 molecular mass of hydrogen 2, that of oxygen 32, linear carbon dioxide, also the carbon dioxide will be 44. So solving this, I'll get 33.2 gram per mole. Okay, we'll get this one. Okay, now what is the condition given? If the temperature of the mixture inside the cylinder varies linearly from T1 to T2, means at one end the temperature will be T1, at other end will be T2. So if you want, you can take help of graph also. Not visible. I'll change some of the color. Yeah. So if you look at the curve, so linear. So shall we take this T1? This is T2, T. Able to get this one. So what is the slope of this T1? It varies linearly from T1 to T2 is telling. Okay, I'll do one thing. Yeah. So find this is, so T2 minus T1 by L should be equal to T minus T1 by X. That I rewritten in this way. So what is the slope here? T2 minus. What is the expression for T? Will be finally equal to this much. Solving that. Okay, I got now the temperature of the gas as a function of distance. So I think I can justify this. Put X equals 0, temperature is T1. Put X equal to L, the temperature will be T2. Justified. Then let's come to the here that the value of T I'm going to substitute here. Okay, fine. So what is T equal to T minus T1 X by L? Then, okay, what is like a, let me expand further. So this will become gamma T1 gamma T1 minus T2. T1, T2 are constant. So therefore, there's everything, I'll call it as alpha. There's everything as beta. This quantity, it will help us a lot in calculations. So we'll just we'll replace them by symbols because all these are constants. Okay, no. So what is the expression for V? V is the speed of sound. Speed of sound in the mixture. So then this V, I'll write it as rate of change of displacement dx by dt. Then further dx by dt equal to alpha minus beta x. So let me integrate this dx. This I'll send it to LHS. Alpha minus beta x dt. Okay, this I'm going to integrate. So the integration of this will be minus 2 by beta root of alpha minus beta x, this one. The integral of this one. The value of this integral of dx by under root of alpha minus beta x will be this much. Substituting upper and lower limit, finally, I'll get expression for time. Then later on, you substitute alpha and beta, like what we did here, no? So this was alpha, and this is beta. Okay, this will be our final answer. Okay, it's just simple, only the integration little bit you may find difficult. Okay, got it, no? So first, what happens when a sound wave propagates in a mixture, what you should do? You are supposed to calculate gamma of a mixture and molecular mass of a mixture. Okay, that's what we did, gamma of a mixture and molecular mass of mixture. Then if it gives any condition, temperature varies linearly. Okay, that you bring idea from here. Okay, this one. So this is about the integration. Let me take the next one. A mixture of diatomic gases is obtained by mixing M1 and M2 masses of two gases. Velocity of sound in the gases be C1, C2 respectively. Determine the velocity of sound in the mixture of gases. So now I do have a diatomic gas here. Two diatomic gases. What are the masses of the two gases, M1 and M2? Okay, fine. And whatever the speed of sound in those two gases, let it be C1 and C2. This information. Is asking find the velocity of sound in the mixture of gases. Directly, let me come to the problem like, let's C be the sound, C1, C2. Instead of V no or some other capital C or C is symbol what I'm using, because I'll be using V1, V2 for volumes like that. So in such numericals now, we take speed of sound, we represent by symbol C. So what is C, this one? Speed of sound in mixture. Speed of sound of mixture, speed of sound in mixture of gases. I think, okay, let me write it. Actually, the video got deleted. That's why I have this file and I'm making it video again. Otherwise, usually I used to scribble everything. Okay, gamma of a mixture, M is molecular mass of mixture. So let me simplify this for in terms of molecular mass, squaring this and rewriting for molecular mass, M equal to gamma RT by C square. Okay, keep this one. M1, M2 are molecular mass of gases. M is the molecular mass of mixture. M1, M2 are mass of gases. Okay, then speed of sound in the first gas will be gamma RT by M1. Speed of sound in the second gas will be gamma RT by M2. What about gamma? Gamma, as both the gases are diatomic. So gamma will be same for both the gases. Please do notice. As the gases are diatomic, no? So the gamma will be same for both the gases. So then expression for M1 will be gamma T by C1 square, gamma T by C2 square. Both the gases are diatomic. I think this is very important. It may confuse you. I just wrote it separately. Do notice here. Okay. Then how we define the molecular mass of mixture? Capital M molecular mass of mixture. M1, N1, M1 plus N2, M2 by N1, M2. Mass, total mass by total number of moles. Total mass by total number of moles. What is the total mass? Will be N1 into M1 plus N2, M2. What is M1? Molecular mass. What is N1? Number of moles. Total mass of gas by total number of moles will be the molecular mass of the mixture. Okay, here I think I wrote it clearly. M1 plus M2 by number of moles, what you can write? Mass by molecular mass. I think there's a formula where you come across in the chemistry. Okay, now let me substitute all this one. So what is M from here? Gamma T by C square. M1, M2 as it is. So what is M2 from here? Gamma T by C1 square. What about this M2? Gamma T by C2 square. So this will be M1 C1 square gamma RT. This one. So rewriting this, gamma RT gets eliminated. These two. Finally, I'll end up with C square and the equation will be this much. This is very important. This will help us to make the problem very simple. Okay, I'll go to the next problem. Okay, similarly, we have two diatomic gases with different densities are mixed in proportions V1 and V2 by volume. Find the speed of sound in the mixture. Let ρ1, ρ2 be the density of different gases. Okay, we have a question here. Two diatomic gases with different densities are mixed in proportion V1, V2 by volume. Find the speed of sound in the mixture. Okay, speed of sound in the, let ρ1, ρ2 be density of different gases. C1, C2 be the speed of wave in different gases. And V1, V2 be the volume of different gases. V1, V2, these are volumes, not speed. Huh? Okay, fine, look at the symbols carefully. Okay, let's write here. Now, what is the speed of sound in any gaseous medium? Under root of gamma P by ρ1, C2 equal to gamma P by ρ2. So ρ1 equal to gamma P by C1 square, ρ2 equal to gamma P by C2 square. Then what is the density of a mixture? Total mass by total volume. Total mass is M1 plus M2. So how you write mass? Mass of the first gas should be density of first gas into volume of first gas. M2, density of second gas into volume of second gas by V1 plus V2. So rho is equal to, so gamma P by C square. Rho1 is equal to gamma P by C1 square. Gamma P by C2 square. V1, V2, this will be. Okay, gamma P gets eliminated. So 1 by C square equal to V1 by C1 square, V2 by C2 square, V1 plus V2. 1 by C square. So this will become V1 C square, C2 square plus V2 C1 square, C1 C2 whole square, V1 plus V2. So expression for speed of sound will be given by this one. So there's another way of asking. The simple only thing is, I think you have to start basically from here, and this is very important thing, the density of the gas. So, sir, like what is the one more? I think this speed of sound in the mixture will be given by gamma P by rho. Where rho, what you are going to write? Gamma P by C square. Okay. This one. Okay, let's take another problem. Okay, some good problem I brought it. The maximum excess pressure at a point is 20% of mean atmospheric pressure. And 200 compressions and refractions are noticed in 1 second. The density of medium is 1 kg per cubic meter. The phase difference between two layers separated by distance 0.5 meter is pi by 2. Find speed of wave, bulk modulus of medium, displacement amplitude, and intensity of sound wave. I'll write down all the terms. What is the meaning? So this will be intensity. What is B? B will become bulk modulus of medium. What is A? A will become displacement amplitude. What is delta PM? Pressure amplitude. Excess pressure amplitude. Okay, these are the, okay, let's start with this one. The maximum exposure at a point is 20% of mean atmospheric pressure. So the maximum excess pressure is how much? Delta PM, which is 0.2 P naught. So what is the atmospheric pressure value? 10 to the power of 5, 100 kilopascal approximately. So I'll get the pressure amplitude. Okay, fine. If you know pressure amplitude, Then how pressure amplitude and displacement amplitude are related by this equation. I'll come to later on. What are other information given? 200 compressions and rarefactions are noticed in 1 second. So what should be the frequency in one wave? So there should be one rarefaction, one compression. What is the one wave? One wave consists of one rarefaction and one compression is said to be one wave. Will agree this? This will be, so like that, there are 200 compressions and 200 rarefactions. So therefore, in 1 second, 200 compression, 200 rarefactions are noticed. So what should be the frequency? Should be 200, the frequency of sound wave. If you know F, you can bring the angular frequency, omega equal to 2 pi F, given by this particular formula. Okay, let's come for this one. This is one thing. So if you know omega, then, and let's come for this one. One more information is that the phase difference between layers separated by distance. If you know the phase difference and the distance between separation, then you can calculate the phase angle, you can calculate the wavelength. Yes, given the phase difference between 2 points in a medium which are separated by distance 0.5 meter, then from this I'll get the wavelength. What is the wavelength of the wave? 2 meter. If you know wavelength, then propagation constant you can determine. What is K? K is called as propagation constant, so 2 pi by lambda. So if you know angular frequency and propagation constant, then speed of sound wave omega by K. Solving this, I'll get the speed of sound wave. So what is the speed of sound wave? Under root of B by rho. So I know speed of sound wave, I know density of medium. One kg per meter cube. So I'll get the bulk modulus. After getting bulk modulus, then I know the pressure amplitude. I know bulk modulus, I know propagation constant, I'll get the displacement amplitude. Then what is the expression for intensity? Pressure amplitude square by speed of sound wave by 2 times of bulk modulus. Then I'll get the intensity of sound. Do calculation. I'm just leaving it for students to work out. A point source of sound is situated in a medium. A point source of sound is situated in a medium of bulk modulus B equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of, okay, there's a bulk modulus given. An observer standing at a distance 10 meters from the source. Write down the wave equation as y equal to a sine kx minus omega t, where k value is 15 pi, omega is 600 pi. The maximum pressure amplitude tolerable to observers here is 24 pi Pascal. Then find the density of medium, displacement amplitude, and maximum power of a sound source. This will be the density. Displacement, amplitude, and maximum power of a source is asking. Okay, what is the wave equation? So there's a displacement wave equation. So comparing with the equation of wave, propagation of sound wave, in place of k, 15 pi will come from omega 6000 pi. So I got this. Then I'll get the speed of sound. Ratio of angular frequency by propagation constant will give the speed of sound. Then speed of sound formula under root of B by rho. So the density of medium, how much will be? B by square of speed of sound wave. Substituting the bulk modulus that is given here, no? Bulk modulus. And the speed of sound, what we calculated. I'll get the density of medium 1 kg cubic meter. How to calculate displacement amplitude? Then we know pressure amplitude, 24 pi Pascal, BAK. We know B and K. So I'll get the displacement amplitude. Solving this, we'll get the required answer. Try check the calculations. Then it's asking to get the power of that one. So we know the intensity of sound wave, how much it is, given by this formula. Delta P M V square V by 2B. intensity of sound wave in terms of pressure amplitude given by this particular formula. So we know all the values. With this, I'll calculate the intensity. Then if this is a source of sound, and if you are standing at a distance, X, then what is the expression for this? Like a point source. This will be like a point source, point source of sound. So at a distance X, what is the intensity? P naught by 4 pi X square. So what is the power of source will be? P naught by 4 pi X square. Why 4 pi X square? Because you are going to draw a circle. How you define intensity? Power flowing per unit area. So when you draw a sphere of radius r, and what happens? This sound energy will flow radially outward. Then power flowing per unit area. So what is surface area of a sphere? 4 pi X square. Then we'll get the intensity on the surface of a sphere. So we know intensity from this. We know distance X. I'll get the power of a source. So this you have to work out. I'll go to the next problem. The velocity of sound in hydrogen at 0 degrees Celsius is 1200 meters per second. When some amount of oxygen is mixed with hydrogen, the velocity decreases to 500 meters per second at 0 degrees Celsius. Find the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen by volume in the mixture. Nearest value is asking. Given density of oxygen is 16 times that of hydrogen at same temperature. Okay, there's some information, piece of information is given. So we'll take help of this in the numericals. Let me proceed here. So what is the speed of sound in hydrogen gas? C1 equal to under root of gamma p by rho 1. That in the oxygen gas, C2 equal to gamma p by rho 2. Speed of sound in the mixture of gases, gamma p by rho. What information is given? We know speed of sound in hydrogen at 0 degrees Celsius, 1200 meters per second. This we know. When some amount of oxygen mixed with hydrogen, the velocity decreases to 500 meters per second. So what we know, in the mixture, it will be 500 meters per second. Getting the idea? In the mixture, it will be 500. In hydrogen, it will be 1200. I think this is very important. Once you gather this data, it will be very easy. What is the question that is asked? Find the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen by volume in the mixture. I'm going to mix up. After when I see the speed of sound in hydrogen is 1200. And I'm going to mix some oxygen. Then the speed of sound in the mixture will be 500. Then it's asking what is the ratio, in what volumes the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen are there in the mixture. Hope you can understand this. Yeah, let V1 be the volume of hydrogen, V2 be the volume of oxygen. Okay, directly let me come to the mass of mixture. How you define mass of a mixture? Total mass should be equal to sum of mass of hydrogen plus mass of oxygen. So this mass should be equal to density into total volume, where rho is the density of a mixture. Mass of hydrogen, density of hydrogen into volume of hydrogen. Mass of oxygen, density of oxygen into volume of oxygen. Solving for density of mixture, I'll end up with this one. So that is what I'm going to substitute here. Before that, this can I write C1 square into rho 1 will be gamma p. C2 square into gamma 2, rho 2 will be gamma p. Okay, agree this. So equating these two, I'll get some relation between speed of sounds in the oxygen and in the hydrogen. Okay, let me directly get into the expression part. So this, what is the gamma? Gamma of a mixture. Both hydrogen and oxygen are diatomic gases. So the gamma of mixture will be same. Both hydrogen and oxygen are diatomic. So therefore gamma of a mixture also will be same. Then P is the pressure. Pressure will remain constant. Okay, density of the mixture is what? I'm going to write it here. Rho1 V1 plus Rho2 V2 by V1 plus V2. So this rewriting gamma P by V1 plus V2 by Rho1 V1 plus Rho2 V2. Gamma P, V1 plus V2. So what is Rho1? Shall we replace here? Gamma P by C1 square. What is Rho2? Gamma P by C2 square. This is V1, V2. Okay, further, so gamma P get cancels. So we'll get this as C1 C2 square, V1 plus V2 equal to V1 C2 square plus V2 C1 square. C is equal to V2, I'll take common. V1 by V2 plus 1, C1 C2 square. V1 V2, so some symbol. V1 V2 whole divided by this everything. V2, let me take common. Okay, solving this. Next step, this one, there's a next step. So V1, V2, C2 square, I'll write from here. This one. Here I'm replacing. The C2 square I'll replace from here. C1 square by Rho1 Rho2 plus C1 square. So C1 square I'll take common. So one C1 square gets eliminated. So I'll end up with C1 square Rho1 Rho2 V1 plus V2 plus V1 V2 different. So what is the information available for this? Yes, given the densities, density of oxygen 16 times of that hydrogen. So 1 by 16, 1 by 16. Then we know speed of sound in the mixture. C1, C2 values we know. Solving that, we'll get the expression for V1, V2. We have to substitute here. C1 is 1200, C2 is 500. Rho1 by Rho2, how much it is? Rho2 by Rho1 is 16. Substituting all this in the final equation here, we'll get this answer. Oh, I'll shade some other color. Okay. Now, plane progressive harmonic wave. What do you mean by this? So at many places this will come. So it is what the intensity of wave remains constant as it propagates. Is it an ideal? Yes, it's an ideal. The amplitude of wave remains constant as it propagates here. But practically, what will happen? As the wave propagates, the amplitude of the wave decreases. Why? Because the energy will be absorbed by the medium. So plane progressive harmonic wave and the normal wave, normal sound wave, plane progressive harmonic wave. I think this is not possible for the sound wave because sound wave as it propagates will be absorbed. This will be more useful or this will be more suitable or can say like a possible in case of the light wave when EM wave propagating through a vacuum. When the EM wave propagates through a vacuum, in that case, what happened? The amplitude of EM wave remains constant. So then there we use word plane progressive harmonic wave. Sound wave, as it propagates, will be absorbed by the medium. So the intensity must decrease as the sound wave propagates. I think I just wanted to give clarity here. So now, can I generate plane progressive harmonic wave? So definitely what happened, where all speak, I should be there in the medium. So as I speak, what will happen to amplitude of my sound wave generated by me keeps on decreases. I think there's a lot of differences there between these two. When they say plane progressive harmonic wave, the intensity of wave remains constant. There's the meaning. Yeah. Now one more thing, like I have here a point source of a sound. Then I'll keep a detector where S is the area of cross section of a detector. So what is S? S will be the area of cross section. Then, so how much of power flowing through this detector can we find out? So let P naught be the power of point source. Then what is the intensity of sound wave at the location of detector? Intensity of wave at detector. Intensity of wave at detector. That should be equal to power by, I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw a sphere of radius x. Then power flowing per unit area should be the intensity. So P naught by 4 pi x square. Then I know the intensity. Now how to calculate how much of power flowing to detector? Power incident on detector should be the intensity of a wave at the location of detector into effective area of the detector. As I took the lamina, okay, surface area of a detector, you can put it. Multiply this to, you'll get the how much of power flowing through this detector. All the emitted power will not flow. Only the power which is confined to this cone should be incident on it. Only the power that is confined to this cone. So all the emitted power will not flow. Only the power, only the energy which is present in this cone will be incident on a detector, no? So therefore, so how do I get it? The intensity of a sound wave at the location of detector into effective area of a detector will give the power incident on a detector. Okay. Yeah, we'll wind up the class. Okay, these are some types of numericals is what I discussed. So you can practice few more numericals from the textbooks so that you'll get a better picture of that one. So as we go for the next topic, no, you may come across numericals of this kind. Okay, kids, thank you very much. We'll continue in the next class. Next class, we're going to discuss about the interference in sound waves. Okay, thank you all of you. Take care, bye, see you.